Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. There's hair flowing around. This is going to be the first video that I have done on this channel in such a long time, and I am dedicating this video to YouTube. I've been doing a lot more Instagram videos lately, but this video will also be on Instagram and YouTube, and so I'm super excited to film. I've picked up some new products from Colourpop, their Wild Nothing collection. So I've picked up a blush, their two cream shadows, and two of their lip oils. I will also be reviewing the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. I was gifted this by Influenster, and this can be found in Sephora, and I'll give you some more deets on this as we go. So if you're interested to see how these products will turn out, keep watching. Let's get into it. Since the Tom Ford foundation is a medium to full coverage foundation, honestly, I would say it's more of just a medium foundation. I think it'll be great for this look because you can still see that highlight and contour that I'm about to try to do. I'm not gonna say it's gonna come out great. I'm gonna try to do it. You can see that through this foundation. So, and I'm applying nose area. Rocked it up. Okay, and I'm gonna put some on my chin here as well. Okay, looking really crazy, but we are not done. It's way too dark for me, but, or sometimes I feel, I don't know. Actually, I don't know how I feel about this. Of course, forehead. Yeah, I don't ever know if this is like too dark, because I think it does oxidize right now, chin here. F88, and I'm going to be blending out that foundation. This is just a flat angled kabuki basically, and I am going to kind of go over my eyes a little bit with that concealer, patting that out. Like so. I will say, you know, I've never used this much Colourpop concealer in one go, so I must say it dries down kind of fast when you leave it. And I'm just gonna basically buff that out on the chin. Can't forget about that area. This is definitely redder than I anticipated. And then going in and buffing out the forehead. And I also apologize if you guys can hear like the noises from outside or my fan. It's just, it's too hot. I just could not do it. Like normally I try not to film with the fan on, but today it was just not gonna be that day. And now I'm going in and buffing out. One thing I do like to do, this is like on top of my foundation versus underneath, is that I like to buff my contour into my, like the shade of the highlight shade that I use for my cheeks. I just think it looks good. I don't know if it really does, but to me it does. So I feel like that's all that matters, right? The cool thing I do like about this foundation is that it has this little pull. I'm like, ooh, so this is what luxury gets you. Okay, like that's nice. So I just put some on the back of my hand. You can see how runny it is. And that's just one pump. So, and I don't want it running down to my Apple Watch. So I'm trying to be careful here. So yeah, my initial impression of this foundation was that, one, it's definitely not full coverage, and it also has a scent to it. And it's like a nutty scent. With the, you know, I forgot to put contour on my nose. I just realized that, but that's okay. We'll fix that with some bronzer or something. Okay. So, oh my god. Yeah, the scent is so, oh, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it's not as strong as Huda Beauty, where, you know, when you wear a Huda Beauty, it's like you're wearing perfume. Okay, you're wearing perfume on your face. This is more, I don't know what it is. It does have lavender oil in it. And that might be what I'm getting. But the crazy thing is I love lavender oil, but for some reason with this mixed in with like foundation, I don't know what's happening. See the difference. I don't know if it's focusing. Oh, I'm definitely not in focus now. See, this gives you more. This is the side with the foundation. This is the side with just concealer and the contour. Of course, it doesn't really of course, this doesn't really reflect like my skin, but as you can see how dewy it makes me. You can see that shine where maybe you don't see it on this side. I don't know. Also, I don't know if this is technically my shade. It may not be. I don't think this is my shade, but yeah. I mean, the finish is really nice. It's nice and soft. Literally what it says. But honestly, the texture, it's not bad. And it doesn't feel heavy. You know, again, it's very runny. And so it does not feel heavy when you put it on. I'm gonna add another pump. As far as oxidization, I don't think it oxidizes that much. So yeah, I don't know if I actually like it, but it's hard to tell. It's so hard to tell for me. I've used this is the second time I'm using it. The one thing that throws me off is the scent. The scent throws me off. I don't know why, but it does. Finish like foundation on with like the highlight and concealer underneath it. I don't know if it's making a huge difference me doing the highlight and conceal first and then put foundation on. I don't feel like it, but you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it will be. And I'm gonna use that same small contour brush. I'm lazy. And same thing, we're gonna blend that into that blush and then bring it up. We might be looking a little crazy, but it's okay. I like to blend into my forehead. I love the smell of this, by the way. I don't know, it's supposed to smell like pineapple, I believe, but it doesn't, because I don't know a pineapple that smells like this, but whatever that smell, artificial smell is, I love it. So, okay, but do you see that glow though? Ooh, blinding. When's the last time you blinded someone? Now I'm gonna go in with this Crossroads from Colourpop and really actually apply the blush that I wanted. It's a little bit lighter, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, I don't think anything showed up. Like it shows up, it's there, but it's not as like, bleh, you know, in your face. But it's there, but I don't know. What do we think? What does it look like? It showed up a little bit. I would have to do it more on a different face. I may do a different look with it. Okay, I'm gonna step off real quick, do my brow. Move on to eyes. August is literally my favorite month. I do not know why. Well, I kind of know why. I don't know. I associate August with fall. Even though it's technically a summer month, I don't care. I think it's fall, and it means fall to me. So I'm already getting prepared for dark colors, ready to go back to wearing sweaters. Honestly, I really have stopped. So yeah, so to do that, we're gonna go into this palette today. This is the Melt Cosmetics. This is the Myrte, hopefully I said that right, Myrte palette. And it has these beautiful shades that I think are going to just be for the fall. So along with that, I'm going to be using Colourpop's new cream shadows. These can be used by themselves just as shadow, or they can be used kind of like a MAC paint pot as a base for your makeup. What I will say though, when I swatch these, man, they do not budge. So if you are going to use this, just know once you apply it, it's not going anywhere. Like, so if you're trying to do like a crazy cut crease with this or something, make sure you're doing it correctly because it won't move without makeup remover. So I'm actually gonna go into the Laurel shade. This is more of a pinkier base color. And I'm gonna, yeah, once, like I said, once you apply it, it does not move. So you kind of have to be fast with what you're working with. I do like it. Like even as a shadow on its own, I do like it. It looks good. Anyways, I'm going more in the corner. I don't think I got as much as I should have. No, I'm gonna take that, really kind of cut-ish that crease into the shadow that I have. You don't apply it evenly, you kind of get this like, not creasing, but more textured. Buff and blend. But yeah, no, there. I like it though. That's cute. That came out really cute. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go do the other eye and then I'll come back and we'll do the lips. Okay, so these are the finished eyes with liner and a little bit of mascara on. All right, I'm back with glasses on, clearly, because I needed to see to find what I was looking for. I'm gonna just go in with my NYX, or had imagined. So what's your pencils, ladies? Well, you end up like me and not have it. Granted, I bought like 5 backups of these just in case NYX wants to play around and be a little bit of a rude son of a gun and discontinue the shade. I have bought many of these because I just love it. Okay, no, I think that's good. I'm just gonna, it's like a vampy purple. Try this. So I'm gonna just take some and put it on my finger. I hate getting my wands dirty, I really do. And just put that in the middle. I'm just gonna, ooh. Oh, okay, cool. So this is it. This is the look. It took way too long for me to do, but I did do it. And that's what matters. So here are my thoughts on my first impressions of using these products. I'm going to go down with the blush. I did not necessarily notice the blush until I started looking a little bit more. So I think it's a very nice blush, especially for just like every day. I do like it, but I don't think it makes like a significant impact in my look as far as like, whoa, that is a statement like piece in my makeup. These lip oils, I do like them. They're very moisturizing. They don't feel heavy like an oil, but it's just enough that I feel moisturized. This has pigment in it. I didn't know if the pigment was gonna really come through because it is a lip oil, and so they tend to not always have the best pigment sometimes, depending on where you get your lip oil from. But this one does, and I do like it. And I like this because this is a nice option to the So Juicy, because I don't know if you've ever tried the Colourpop So Juicy one. These ones have like menthol? No, that sounds illegal. I don't know. It has, I think it is menthol. Is that what it's called? Either way, it has plumping effect and a cooling sensation that makes your lips feel like they're getting bigger. And I don't necessarily enjoy that, but I do like having a clear gloss. And this is just like another option. I have a lip oil or the gloss. And so that's why I picked this one up and I like it. So shadow creams. These are interesting. I don't know, I've never really used a MAC paint pot, but I feel like with the MAC paint pot you were able to move it around a little bit more than you are these. These are like do not budge. You have to place this as even as you want it, as smooth as you need it, and like in the right shape that you want for your eyes, because once you place it down, it is not moving. I tried with the sponge to kind of blend it out. Maybe if I go in it first with the sponge and go on my eyes, it'll go a little bit better. And I'll keep you updated on that method. But if you go in with a brush, this thing is not moving from the spot that you placed it. I actually had to go into my eyeshadow and set it with a powder to kind of get more of that smooth blended effect into the darker shadow. So you might have a tougher time if you are going to use these as shadows and not so much as a base to kind of blend into it. It's not like it's not possible, because it was possible and it looked good initially, but I preferred setting it with an additional powder close to the tone. So that is everything for the Wow Nothing collection. Those were bought with my own money. I did not get paid for my opinion. Who would even really pay me? So those are my opinions, bought on my own. Now, the last thing I will talk about is the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. Now again, this was gifted to me by Influenster and Tom Ford. And again, you can pick this up at Sephora if you are interested in picking this up after hearing my thoughts on it. Now I'm sitting here and I did not set it with a powder. I let it be because I need to see more of like what it could do, and honestly it's not bad. I think the initial day that I tried it, I just was like, I don't know, I use so many matte foundations, and if I don't use a matte foundation, I'm using like the hyaluronic acid foundation where I know there's gonna be a dew to it. But this one, you know, it's soft matte, so I didn't really understand. I don't think what soft matte really meant for my skin. And so now that I've sat here with it on, I actually do like it. I will say though, this is priced at $88. I'm just gonna let that sit with you and you do what you want with that information. I mean, it's a nice foundation. It really is. It's not looking bad. I feel like I get coverage that I need, where I get that evenness of the skin tone, but I don't get too much where I feel absolutely like bunkered down by my foundation, which is a feeling I hate. Unfortunately, I get that feeling with Huda, but it's also the prettiest foundation, where I really do feel like everything is just so cleared out for me. But yeah, I would say if you can afford it, give it a shot. It's definitely a nice foundation. I cannot sit here and honestly be like, yeah, go get this $88 foundation. Granted, it was gifted to me and I'm so happy that I was able to try it out. There are some good points to it. There are some little bit of drawbacks, especially if you have very oily skin. I think my skin is on a medium oiliness. Like, I can get really oily, but for the most part, due to my skincare routine, I don't get as oily as I used to, because I found moisturizers that work for me. So now my skin's no longer overcompensating. So, you know, this might work for me right now, and it definitely might work for me in the winter. I hate using matte foundations in the winter. It is so dry. So this might be a good option for me in the winter, where I need a little bit more moisture, versus in the summer where like I need moisture but maybe also a little bit of mattifying. So I like it. But again, price point wise, I do feel like there are more affordable foundations out there. I think there's just other foundations that are way cheaper, but if you can afford Tom Ford foundation, then buy it. Freaking buy it. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one, and I hope I will be a little bit more consistent, but we all know here on this channel that is never the case. Okay. But I'll talk to you guys later.